Hello everyone and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3, their final start. Today we're continuing the American campaign, and god, isn't it funny to look at all the comments like, Deplex, what have you done? You've opened up a front in Spain and Turkey and whatnot, and now the fucking Germans are forced to spread their forces and the Russians are slowly pushing into German mainland territory. Don't worry, the Germans will essentially win up here. This is obviously going in their way. Pretty sure they'll beat the Russians over here somewhere. Spain will be eliminated, and once that's done, it'll all be sent up. Don't worry, we're fine. But hey, that doesn't mean that I shouldn't do anything. Of course, I'm intending to do as much as I can. Since we own Australia, we're not going to be playing against them. Since we own them, sort of, I plan to send all the lads home and invade Ireland or take out Britain. But I have no idea how many troops they have at home, but yeah, we should be fine. Where did I place everyone now again? Oh yeah, here, they're on the boats. So, you know what we're going to do instead? We're going to take this that has everything that we want, essentially, and we're going to ship it straight here. Right across the Atlantic. And that's it. And I'm not even, like, you know, giving a shit. That's what we're doing. Here comes the Navy. Look at all the carriers and battleships and everything. Who's going to mess with that? The British sure as hell won't. And of course we're fighting in Panama as well, which is turning out to be quite an interesting fight. We've got a lot of troops in reserve there, but we'll end up winning, and Panama will be entirely ours. No damage done here. We're all Bristol shape and... No, we're all ship shape and Bristol fashion, sir. But sir, I thought we were American. Well, what's wrong with using a little bit of a British slang there once we've even... I don't even know what I'm talking about. Yeah, look at that! Don't fear, for the Third Army has arrived. And yeah. What are you doing? We're going to be needed up here. I'm going to send these guys to Berlin to begin with, and when the ship is on its way back, which I hope it is... Oh, we rebased them. Right. Where? Here. Here we go. And let's send these lads home. Some interesting sets of troops there. We'll send them straight to Boston. And I will now go ahead and grab something. Now we just need to assemble some more corps here to be sent over. We have an awful lot of troops down here. So just take this. Just, you know what to take. I don't need to tell you that. There we go. Good, no objectives. That's how I want it. First Corps has spread out troops. Third Corps has spread out troops as well. Don't know why. Huh. These are all good. We'll send the Fourth Corps over. Yes, we're all set. We'll set these boys to Boston. And then we should be ready to deploy these guys soon as well. Although I must admit it's taking an awful long time. So let's get some regular infantry divisions going here with some artillery. And anti-tank. Always works fine. We'll get 5 of those. And we'll be on our way. Navy is fine. I don't think anyone's going to engage that. Look at this, how many Germans and everything there is down here. Germans and Romanians. Now, Portugal and Spain will be swept off the map like it's nothing. These American troops will do good once we hit the battlefield. I wonder where the rest are. There they are. So this is good. I think the Germans are happy to see us American troops enter up. After all, we do own this. Geneva, look at that. It's beautiful. Little American colony. It's beautiful. And Romania is pushing a little bit back and forth. Hungary and Germany is starting to look a little thin on this front, though. But then again, do remember that they've got a massive push going on up in here. And it's always numbers, guys. And let's also not forget this. But I'm not sure if the Bulgarians will be up for the task. That is to defeat these guys. Italy down here is doing as much as they can. Then again, let's not forget about Japan and their push. So, it's looking pretty good, I'd say. Australia has got absolutely no issues with these guys. It's funny how the Supreme Command has placed these lads out there. On these islands. Thing is, I don't want them to be there, though. So, I think we're going to ask them to be shipped home. So, what we're going to do is, we're going to take this guy. We're going to create a corps to this. An army to this. Army group to this. And a theater. I don't know why it's called Panama HQ. But they're bloody hell. They're going to be the people in charge of all this. And the reason why I'm doing this is because it removes the main HQ's responsibility over these things, which in the long run is great, because that means that they won't be shipped here, all the way from out here. So, see, there's even troops here. I don't think I need troops out there. Just all these islands. This is all connected, so we don't need to think about that, but everything that isn't connected out of here. And I believe that should be just about everything. I don't know why this is like it's like what it is, but fine. This will be the US Pacific Command. Let's put some wanker, not Bradley, just patch. Gonna disband these annoying cores and HQs and all that. Bam. You have your targets. And where's the other one? Here. First Army Group HQ Supreme Command. You will now take over this. So now you're in charge of all these mainland stuff. So I think that's quite reasonable. Now they will automatically use their navy to start shipping these boys home, because that's after all what we need. I think people are on their way up here to Boston as our navy is returning. There's a cruiser fleet itself out on a little mission. Yes, it's going to be good fighting the Russians right on the front step. I think we'll be, you know, arriving in just good time. Although I must say, they have been doing a worryingly big amount of damage lately. But they do know that they're going to face utter doom up here. There's a lot of troop movement, doesn't seem very sort of set up here. Some of these guys are obviously going to be breaking the Spanish and Portuguese. Portuguese have barely anything to come up with anyway, so... Well, once they're done dealing with that, it's going to be sent up. Greece just came back to power, but that should be put down quickly. Italy is doing good as well. Perhaps Italy can help up here. Vichy France isn't part of it, but we should influence them to come our way at least. They do get quite a big navy for some reason down there. I've played with them actually. It's quite interesting how it actually turns out. But let's not forget about the Japan, or Japan itself coming out from here. The Russians just don't have anything to stop them with here, so even if they're gaining some ground here, I mean, it's just going to be a matter of seconds until all this is overrun. Communist China has been doing quite good though, expanding quite greatly. But it's nothing that the Japanese can't push back and hold. Menguko is kind of gone for now until Japan secures it entirely. Japan has managed to secure this coast. Slowly but steadily, sort of. And there's a bit of a stalemate here in India. I haven't quite done too many things about this theatre down here since we've sort of neutralized Australia entirely. And I believe our boys should be shipped home soon. Yeah, they are indeed already being shipped home. by the North Atlantic Transport Fleet. I think it's time we start renaming our transport fleets. That's a third. That's a fourth corps. They're going to be part of that. That's the third army. I'm going to put that under that. Why have we got 2 Pacific commands? What is this guy in charge of then? Nothing. What? Wait, what? Confusing. See? Oh, that one. No, there's still something he's in charge of that we cannot seem to find. We just need it, and once we've found it, we can delete his little silly existence. But what else could he possibly be in charge of? The hell are we forgetting? So when you least you suspect it, that a little thing pops up that you've missed all along. Killing myself. Seriously. What are you in charge of? We know he's red. So bam. Oh, nope. Now he's red. And now we take this. Bam, now he should be able to be deleted. Ah, what the? He sat there being annoying. I swear, we have to be missing something. Not along the coast, good. Not out here by the islands. Have I missed it? I don't see what I'm missing out on here. There's something. There's something stopping us. Could have for a second thought it was down here, but nope. Well, now that's apparently Pacific Command. That's not what I intended for it to be, but that can be changed later. Well, it's annoying, but it's nothing we're going to be able to do anything about just yet. He sat there, but he's annoying to have him there. I seriously cannot see what we're missing out on here. Have anyone of you spotted a little red island? This is just making me insane. I'm going to go insane over this. So we have to drop it. And think of it the good way. So, let's see here. Our boys are on their way up. Boys are on the way to fight the Russian invasion. Oh, yeah, yeah. And they're pushing the Russians back up here. That's good to see. Not quite sure about this down here. It's a little off and on. But it's just a matter of time until they link up with the Japanese. So, that's going to be badass. We all know that. Germany has placed some pretty sick HQs down here. Looks like they've probably created several theaters for it. I wouldn't be surprised. But here's another 120,000 strong Americans on their way up. Place all the Corps commands in Hanover. 8th Corps. You and your boys will assemble south. Yes, sir. The Marine Corps. Sir. We'll push north. Put you along the sea. That's where you belong. Sir, let's fight these commie bastards back. Oh, this is funny. Are we done with the... Not quite yet. It's taking its sweet time. Fine, let's just build more. On our way. A Miracle Division. Wildcat. 93rd caller. Old Reliables. Ninth ID, what up? Oh, Canadians. Ugh. Well, all of Spain has been taken care of. And, okay. Well, that's interesting. That's some odd territory I just got control over. Oh, Christ. Okay. So, we own that. We own this. We own that. Well, let's not cry about it, and let's do something about it and actually make them useful territories. Why the hell not? Ah, we'll have Gibraltar soon anyway, so... We own this. Oh. Looks like that was positioned there as soon as possible. That's good to know. So, I hope you're in charge of this all. You are, good. Then you will place what you see fit on these locations. That's why I have utmost entire trust in you. Well, that's an odd way to split it, I must admit. But fine. We've got a battle to win here in Europe. And our troops are gonna change the tide of war right now. It looks like the Russians are actually starting to break through in here to German proper territory. We're not in Germany just yet. I mean, we've still got some Polish-sounding territories around here. Like Rogozino and stuff like that. But we're on our way. American Fighting Division on their way to fight. Push the Baltic bastards back. Let's bring these out. Oh. More of this. It's always welcome. Uses as Oakland. And we are on our way. Good, good, good. If you're asking, I'm a bit cold actually, so I might say some weird things. We're on our way and stuff like that. Don't, don't fret. Nothing's wrong with me. Is that a USS of Vincentia? This is funny. It's good to have some of those. So that'd be escorts and convoys. We don't have many available, so we actually need quite a lot then to keep ourselves supplied. Looks like we're all engaged here. 20th Armored Division. Looks like it's not going too well. But more and more troops are arriving, so this is good. Quite good, actually. We'll definitely do some differences. Look at this up here. That's beautiful. What a push. What a push. Look at that. Yes. I think the Germans feel quite relieved to see so many different troops come in here now. And since all of Spain has been dealt with now, that only means a few things. Quite a lot of Romanian troops on the way up. Probably a good 50, 60,000. Same goes for some Germans. Quite a lot on the way up. And this is all going to be sent to the front. Romania has actually pushed back the Russians quite heavily. Hungary is almost entirely stabilized. Romania has entirely stabilized, which is good to see. The Russians are making some progress down here, but it's slow. It's in Turkey. It's quite far away from any home territory, so that's going to be a long fight. Bit of a stalemate up here. I haven't seen a lot of changes. And of course, push on this front is going quite well. Although China is starting to become a bit of an issue, so we'll see if I might help Japan to fight them ourselves. We We have a lot of troops and naval capacity at our sort of at our disposal, so let's make use of it. This territory could come in useful though, or come in use, should I say, when transporting and unloading troops and all that stuff. It's going to come in very good use, in fact. I'm going to use Carballo as a station for dropping off troops into Europe. It's pretty close by, so that should prove to be quite easy. 4th Corps are on their way up. It's good to see. And what about... might pull out the 1st Corps as well. They all seem to be available. So yeah, let's send the 1st Corps over as well. That's good. So now they've all been transferred away from here. Transports have sorted that out, so now there's only the actual things we need down here. It's not a lot, but it's something. It's more than what we're going to actually need down there. Everything's pretty much stabilized. 4th Corps. Let's take a look at the Supreme Command. It's not too good to just have a battleship fleet like that. But well. Like that. This one's under service here, King. Quite good. Carriers and battleships and all that stuff. Doing some service right now down here, actually. Pushing things out back and forth as far as troops go. Use Marine Corps, 8th Corps, 3rd Army is out there. Uses Oakland. 2nd Navy. Good Navy. First transport fleet, 8th Submarine Division. Down. Cruiser fleets. Cruiser fleet 4. Some of these submarine fleets could be merged easily, but we'll see about that. We'll put them in a Supreme Command. We'll put the Canadian Volunteer Division there as well. And as soon as these boys have gathered up there, we'll ship them over using the 3rd Army 2nd Transport Fleet, which is currently doing some other services somewhere else. Okay, all in all, I'd say our support on this front is doing quite well. We actually are indeed pushing them back. So that is very nice to see. Well, look at that. Taking some hits here as well. Marine Division trying to hold out here against a lot of enemies. I don't think that's going to turn out to be so pretty. I think we might actually have to pull back. But we are doing good. And we're definitely aiding the cause in the war here. So yeah, the Hungarians have entirely stabilized now. Slovakians aren't doing too good either. Or too bad, should I say. Yugoslavia pushed back. Try to regain a bit of a foothold, but that seems to be quite impossible for them. Some German hold territory in Turkey and Greece. They own Salonika. Italy's in charge of the rest. Looking pretty good. Italy's not making too much of progress down here. It's very slow here in the desert. Barely any battles happening. Quite excited over perhaps invading Ireland. We know they're part of the Allies and that the British will storm over as soon as they smell us coming, but talking about it, look what the Italians are doing. Well. I like it. I must say I do. Got some troops to ship over now. A lot of people will be joining us in Europe. Another 100,000 Americans. But well, look at that. If the Italians are doing it, we better support them. They just secured Dublin. And of course the British are going to be on them in any second now, but this is a start. This is a good start. Looks like our armor divisions keep them on the run. Good to see. Pershings and light armor. Quite liking the Pershings, I must say. M26 Pershing. Okay. Not quite sure how they managed to do that, but the... how did they make it into the armor division? Feels like someone's been doing some changes. Well, nonetheless, that's good to see. One way to constantly ship troops over is if I send troops into the 3rd Army, which is being auto-controlled down here. And then the Navy, if the 2nd Transport Fleet, if I put them in there, we'll ship them over. But I'm doing that manually myself because I can handle that a lot better than the AI. Let me see here. Armor division soon done. Or the armor divisions. Armored Corps. 2 infantry division corps, should I say. Soon done here in January. Dissolution of the 3rd Intentional. Oh. They are now obeying the instruction from Moscow to say they are not obeying instruction from Moscow. Wow. That's funny. Well, we're really cleaning up here. I like this a lot. We've secured Danzig and its surrounding areas actually quite heavily, which is nice. Good to see that we're actually being a difference. I mean, we did bring this upon Germany, so I guess we owe them to attack back. Romania doing good as well. Really a powerhouse lately. But then again, this front that we opened up here with Turkey could have turned for the better or worse, as we're starting to lose some troops down here. And battles, should I say. All of Spain is entirely controlled and secured though, so that's fine. Just mainly the HQ divisions down here having a break. But I think it's time we try and push as soon as possible. It's really important. And I don't know why we're sat here holding up a harbour in Palanga. This guy's gonna get surrounded and killed. Let's go look at the battle list. Losing most of them, winning a few now. It's really just back and forth. But we are being quite attacked. It's not a lie. We do need more troops than we have here at the moment. That is one thing that is for sure. So hopefully we don't lose the 3rd Army here while we're at it. We do have Königsberg, so that's great. We cannot... I don't know why they're loosening up on their ranks so much. Well, it's good that the Romanians are massively pushing down to the south. Even if they bulge in a bit, we'll take them from below south. And the German troops up here in Finland are doing good work as well. Hopefully we can liberate Finland entirely. Now that Sweden is out of the way. And Spain. Look at Germany, just massive power. Wow, that's quite insane. And I don't know what the British did, but they seem to have done nothing. I might do a little pre-ship. Just to secure the harbour for the future troops. So that once he returns from his voyage, and we return to send more troops, the harbour will be secured. Can you imagine if we just went in there with all this? So now, 45th Division will hold. I repeat, they will hold. And now we'll send them home. To Boston, wasn't it?